She said both your dad and your uncle, neither one of them ever cracked a smile. This whole time.
Yeah.
My dad opened the door, shuts it. Well, I gotta go back inside. Why? I just shit myself. He goes to walk, and my Uncle Steve, his response to that was he kind of cocks his head to the side and goes, ah. Ah.
No one intervened on behalf of...
Good. Get good. Jim Overton, and I'm Trey along. And today, we have a...
Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff. Or if you're Trey,
Money!
Oh, God. Create shit.
I don't know, what if you had 60 chickens?
An inch and a half, that's about that.
That's about there.
You said it with confidence.
Hey kid, that limp was pretty good, but that wince was money.
He's had him throwing a coat, and in midair he's just like, ah!
Like, I don't know what sound a Barry Manilow makes. You know what a hawk sounds like, right?
I do. It sounded like you were trying to say a word. Jody in the Soapbox is opening for Retro Garbage tonight. We gotta get there, man. We gotta get tickets. The first thing we're gonna buy with our gumball money is an animated butt.
What just chaps your nipples? Like, what is it?
What is it, boy? I don't know, son. It's just a joke.
Gary Bankston.
And today, we've got our hands absolutely full. Salutations, good people. Welcome to the CS Podcast, where we create stuff. Or if you're Trey, create shit. And today, we've got our hands absolutely full with yet again another content creator. Trey, who am I talking about? We're talking about
Dinosaur Dinner Theater.
what?
Yeah, I know. What a mouthful. It's such a cool...
I just realized its initials are DDT.
Well, how about
Wrestling move.
that? That's just wonderful.
It is.
What an epiphany.
It's the Epiphany.
It's the epiphany. What the epiphany?
What the Epiphany?
So we'll talk a little bit more about Dinosaur Dinner Theater a little bit later on in the podcast, but just know that they create this really cool retro, like almost like it's I guess it's like old 1950s like footage, like the old commercials that they like. Oh yes, such and such soap, scrub it on your balls, like that kind of thing. You know
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
The soap operas?
Little Timmy, when he gets home from school, washes his hands.
Yeah.
But he doesn't wash his hands with any old soap. Mom chooses the fart soap
Yeah, fart soap.
that she makes while he's gone because she has nothing else better to do with her time.
All right. Right now, if we ever make soap for the podcast, it needs to be fart soap. Like,
Okay.
that's just what we'll label. Like, I think we can market it. I think we can market this thing.
Fart soap?
Maybe it's a bar of soap, just regular bar of soap. Maybe it just says fart on it. Okay. Or maybe it's like a little cloud.
What if you had fart candy bars? We just call them fart bars.
Fart bars.
Fart bars.
Oh my
It's the new from the
It's the new
creators
thing.
of Spooky Dukes.
Yeah, for the creators of Spooky Dukes. Fart bars.
And if it's your first time tuning in to listen to this podcast,
Welcome.
welcome. Buckle up. We're getting started off
So-
with a bang.
Yeah, anyways, content creator, we'll get to that later. Fart bars in the future.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
God.
I'm excited about that. I'm probably more excited. I don't know why, the way the light's hitting that and just it
looked
I
like
thought
a
you were
turd.
holding a battery. I was really confused.
Sucking on battery
I
acid.
just watched it come from your mouth. And I was like, why's he eating batteries?
I've had a long day. I'm tired.
Yeah, you gotta recharge.
Yep.
That's
had
fair.
a long day of almost falling off ladders and stairwells.
So
That was my day.
I guess after this video, probably...
I guess you want to hear about it.
Oh, no, I don't. No, go ahead. Start.
I almost fell off a ladder in a stairwell.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that I didn't fall.
No, it's unfortunate that it had to occur at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's like I almost fell off. Well, that's unfortunate. Sorry,
I'm sorry you.
Piece
I'm
of
sorry
crap.
you're still here.
you made it. I don't know. That's the only interesting thing that had happened to me today.
It's more interesting than my day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do anything. I cooked and I did a little bit of editing on this week's video. I was gonna point out. I was about to say all of this nice, the tree, Cole Spruce.
Welcome to the CS podcast. He is our Christmas tree for December.
And we've got our dinosaur over here, a gummy dinosaur.
He's a gummy.
Yeah. We're still debating on whether or not we're gonna eat him because I don't know. I don't know if I can bring myself to eat him because he looks so cool. And it's a pound. It's a pound of gummy.
Wow. You said that you would rather him continue to live than just...
Than me to eat him and process him and shit him out and he'd be gone forever.
Yes.
Yeah. At least this way he's preserved forever.
He is.
Theoretically. I feel
Yeah.
like gummies take a while to decompose, if they do at all.
Probably a while.
That's why I eat my gummy dots.
Just as you eat your dots. And I'm over here... Because in the new Christmas video, there was a new... Our fan sent us
Another unboxing!
another box.
And it's a Christmas mystery box.
It was. Every item in there was individually wrapped. And oh man, did we get spoiled yet again.
Just watch the video.
Thank you, fan.
When it comes out, there's just all the different, just neat little things that were in there. So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You know who you are.
It was incredible. I'm... mint and dark chocolate Kit Kats. I'm a my inner fat kid is jumping up and down and breathing heavily.
Where do you? Well, I guess we know because your inner fat kid's jumping up and down. Where do you stand on like the mint chocolate debate? Like I know to me it seems like it's like people either love it or they hate it. I like mint chocolate. Like I think it's good.
I think as I get older,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it more.
Yeah.
Because mint overall was just kind of like, I can take it or leave it.
Yeah, same.
It's whatever. But now I think mint with dark chocolate, I
Yeah.
think that's the play.
That's fair.
Because I'm a big, like, I love dark chocolate.
Yeah. It's healthier for you too than regular chocolate. I think it's heart healthy.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I feel like there's about a million other things you can eat to be healthy other than something that ends with the word chocolate. But if it's it's the lesser of two evils for sure.
Because I know I see people talk about it. They're like, yeah, I mean, you may as well take that Snickers bar right there and just in a tube of toothpaste and just double fist it. Like that's some people's stance on mint chocolate. They're like, why would you ever?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you not seen that?
No, I didn't know this was a whole thing.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if I'd rank it as high as like pineapple on pizza, like
Yeah.
that debate. But I've seen it like I've seen people like going back and forth on it, like on Twitter and stuff. But I feel like people go back and forth on everything on Twitter, so that's probably not a good margin of.
Well, I mean, we do popcorn and chocolate. I mean, I get one sweet, one salty.
Yeah,
But why is that such a good combo? But mint,
I guess
and
it's just
chocolate
mint.
isn't?
I guess because we use mint to freshen our breath, and like mint is seen as like you use it in toothpaste, mouthwash, breath mints, like
Yeah.
you know, and then chocolate's like a junk food, like. I don't know. I don't know.
It just seems natural that the two go together for me.
Same.
I guess because
same.
the world has forced me to think that, but at the same time,
and like mint chocolate chip ice cream. Oh my god, it's so good.
it goes well.
Yeah. So go ahead and comment down below and let us know what's your stance on mint chocolate chip. Go together or not? I don't know.
Apparently, I'm good with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it too. And while you're down there, hit that like button, subscribe. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave us a review and let people know how much you love us. The review helps us out a lot, lets us get our show out there so that other fine viewers can watch us and hang out and tell us what kind of ice cream they like.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll buy a fart bar. Who knows? If you're on Spotify, give us a follow and I don't know, follow us on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok at
Especially
Official CS
TikTok.
Pod. Yeah, especially TikTok. We do a lot of crazy shit on TikTok.
You'll get more content from TikTok than anything else. If the CS podcast was a DVD, the TikTok
like the
is
bonus features?
the DVD extras.
Yeah. We're like, We're like the Blu-ray of podcasts.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
And you could take that to the bank and cash it.
Don't write mouths your
Check can't cash.
ass.
Your check can't ass.
Cash.
Don't write mouths your ass can't check. That's it. That's what
Man.
you were looking for.
Trey Falco 2021. Hey.
Soon to be 2022, which is wild. And real quick, I just want to throw this in there. Happy Thanksgiving. I know we put out a Happy Franksgiving video, but
Yeah,
I wanted
we
to
did.
formally say it because we haven't had a podcast in a couple of weeks. So just
Few weeks.
Yeah. So just wanted to formally say Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's about a week late, but
Well, technically, hang on. Let's see here.
we may not have put out an episode all of November.
So, I was thinking it was 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But we released our Halloween episode the Friday before Halloween, right?
No, we released it. Well, yeah, but Halloween was Sunday, so it was like 2 days before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Friday
so it was
before.
technically Friday before, yeah.
Yeah.
So we may have done an episode after that. I don't know. I don't know.
If we did not, then it has been a month.
Been a month. Yeah. So we
I did
we
not-
took a month off, kind of unintentionally.
I did not realize. Has it really been a month? Oh, no.
Did we put one out the following week?
Stupidception.
Oh, that's right. Stewception.
Stupidception, ... Stewception.
Okay, that's right.
That came out after the haunted radio station.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So cool. Any hoozles. So we're back,
Yeah.
and it feels weird, but a really good weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy.
It's kind of like you take a break from working out after a little while, and then you come back and you're like, man, why did I stop this?
Dude, I stopped working out the same week that we released the last podcast.
And then you started.
And I started last week.
So that's it. So if you'd never quit working out, we would have released episodes. It's your fault.
It's totally my
It's your-
fault.
it's your workout
I'm so
schedule's fault.
tired. Well, there's that. Yeah, you have pants without crotches in them.
I do. It's a problem.
What a segue.
That was a pretty good segue. You just tore right into it.
I did. Just like it looks like rats have torn into your pants.
Yeah, I know.
So before we hit record, we were in the kitchen and it got brought up.
I got new pants.
Your wife, your loving wife, came home and gave you new pajama pants.
They're reindeers,
They are.
and they're nice.
The pajama pants are not reindeers.
Well, there's reindeers on.
There's
the
reindeers on
pajama
them.
Pants, yeah.
If we're
if you're gonna be picky about it.
well, you were about the Friday before Halloween.
Yeah,
because
that's
it
true.
was the Friday before Halloween.
Yeah.
so we'll stay specific. All right. Now that we're done being fair, she brought you pajama pants, and
Yeah.
she said it was time for some new ones. And
mine aren't even that bad.
and this is one of
The feet are ripped a little.
And this was one of those rare times where I sided with your wife and not my buddy and my partner in crime.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I'm with her on this one. The bottom of your pajama pants are a bit worn and
a little worn.
torn.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just looks like they've seen better days.
But the crotch is not blown out of them, and that's how I.
blown out.
That's
Like you
how
blew a tire.
Well, you saw them.
Oh, there's a pile.
They're blown out.
We've got show and tell for you, good people, because So you start talking about, well, hey, they're not this and this, and
Yeah.
I went, what? And she's like, oh, it's a problem. And you said, oh yeah, it's a problem. I don't know how this happens. So you went and got me.
I just show proof. People are like, what? How's that feasible? I don't know. They just do.
You got me exhibits A, B, C, D, and E.
Yeah.
laying in the floor right here. And you come back with this pile of laundry like
And
you're
they're
about to
good pants. They were good pants.
They were. There were just a few good pants. And you start showing me this off-the-wall trend of the crotch.
Blown out. Absolutely obliterated.
So I've always known that you have a very unique walk. When you have more than a few feet to walk, you hit a stride. You have a Trey walk, and it's unique to you, and I admire it. Jake brought it up on the show.
I was going to say, it's so funny because you and Jake talk. There's a couple of my friends that talk about it, and I don't know how. I wish the podcast could see it because we sit here and then like when we do our skits and stuff, I'm never walking.
You're in character.
Yeah. Well, and I'm never walking more than 2 feet from here or 5 feet from here to that tree.
Sure.
Like there's a Christmas tree in the not a tree. So I'm never walking that far. So I never hit that stride.
Right.
And I don't really. I just have this weird just natural gait that I have,
It's so flowy.
And yeah, and I don't it's not it's just it's subconscious. Like I don't think about it. I'm just walking.
Right. Yeah, no, to your credit, it's a swagger. It's not anything that people would look at you and go, is his leg hurt?
What's wrong with him?
What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
It's what's right with him.
Yeah.
Like, man, I want to be that kid. It's like carefree, confident.
It's kind of like Jar Jar Binks.
I remember his walk. He's
Not
kinda
that,
like,
but I mean, he's so carefree though. It's all like that's what I'm likening it. There is like a carelessness to it. Like I just don't give a
an
shit.
air of carefreeness.
Yeah.
Yes, there is, and I'm just wondering if that walk
Contributed.
What's funny is it took me a minute to try to word it to where it didn't sound offensive.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's your walk.
Yeah, my walk blew my crotch out. Hello. Oh, what you need help with?
Well, I'm in the middle of something, and she pooped and took her diaper off.
I've got a doo-doo emergency. I'll
Maybe
be
we'll
right
pause
back.
there.
Yeah, we'll pause there.
Or do
What
I
time
keep
are we at?
do I keep talking?
It's up to you. I'm gonna write the time down regardless.
Okay.
We're probably at 20 minutes.
I'll talk about something, and if it's dumb, then we can cut it.
Okay. 21 minutes. Cut. I'm coming. Are you a duty butt?
Well, so we don't get this alone time much. Like me and just you guys, or you guys and I. My grandmother, God rest her soul, every time I would say me and my friend or me and whoever, she would say, you mean your friend and I. So you guys and I don't normally get this intimate, like, 1-on-45 conversation. We have 45 subs right now. Thank you to whoever subbed from the Thanksgiving video. But usually it's just myself and Trey talking to you guys, or I go pee and it's Trey by himself talking to you guys, having to entertain you. And he's a good man, I don't say it enough, but despite him, like when the camera's off, what you guys don't see is him beating me, him verbally just berating me constantly. He does throw things at me. If you go back and watch Happy Birthday America, it was our first like little skit, not really a skit, but video that wasn't a podcast. And at the end, you'll see a ball getting thrown at my face while I'm trying to take a sip of sparkling water. And that's how the video ends. And I'm sure you're thinking, ha ha ha, oh, they hit Josh in the face with a beach ball. That's hilarious. No, that's Trey pelting me because I wasn't drinking the drink fast enough. He is so abusive to me. It's criminal. But what I want to say to you guys today is he's really a good man. He's a good person. And anytime he raises his arms or anything like that and you see me flinch, it's because he hits me a lot. But I overlook the bad because he's got so much good. He's got such a good heart. And I wanted to say that while he's gone and he's not here. Because he's got his hands absolutely full with poop. He's changing a diaper. He's got his hands full of poop. So, like Zoink Scoob, we're in December. It's December 1st. And what I'll talk about with Trey, what I've been meaning to bring up, is The first ever CS podcast episode was released on December the 4th, and we are only 3 days away from that at the time of this recording. So when the episode is released, we will be 1 day away from the anniversary of it dropping.
We will.
However, the day that we recorded it, I'm not sure what day that was, but it's probably a year ago.
Oh, we recorded it on a Saturday.
And then we released it on the next Friday?
Yeah.
So the first time you and I ever sat down to record for the CS podcast,
Yep.
It is officially past a year.
Yep. Yeah, because we did it right after that remote, remember?
That's right.
We did it after with Aaron Michael, which
Hey.
is, I'm actually coming up, that's next Saturday. They're doing that again, that same remote.
Wow.
Yeah, what a weird...
Happy anniversary to the
Happy
CS
anniversary.
podcast. Happy anniversary, sir.
Happy anniversary. And I'll touch on that in a minute because I wanted to get into some stuff with that. But I guess we should finish up the pants debacle.
Yeah, let's wrap that up. So,
but at least we know that if something were to ever happen to me, you could do a podcast by yourself. It seemed like you were doing pretty well.
yeah, I can't wait for you to hear it in post. I said a lot of good things about you.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
I don't know how well this will translate. So, I love the.
God.
Yeah, I know.
This is worse than I thought. Than I remembered.
Well, it's all I had, so I had to wear them, and the hole got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until now I don't. Okay, so here's my pants, right?
Oh,
Look at that!
God.
Look at that! You can sit this whole. I don't know how well it translates on camera.
How?
That's like a foot.
How?
The gaping maw of my pants.
Do you ever have a small tear in your crotch or a hole,
And it just gets worse?
And it just gets a little worse, and you're like, "Oh man, it's time to throw these pants away." Do you ever let it get this bad?
But I couldn't throw them away because I didn't have any more pajama pants. I'd be running around naked.
That is what we're dealing with.
I mean, I guess I was basically naked, but
You were.
but I was warm naked.
This is bigger than the waist. It literally is. Look.
Yeah.
That's the waist. Look, America.
And it's not even it's not even it's at the crotch. I don't know how it does that. It's not as bad in my jeans though, because the jeans I got to wear out in public.
This is the crotch. Look, you can even see it. You can see through the crotch.
He said, "Look, America."
Into the waist. Look at that. If this happened
problem.
while I was your friend, I told you in there, if this ever happens
You were
again, probably
probably my friend, but why am I? I'm not going to walk into iHeart. Hey man, yeah,
you
I'm
buy
so
me new
glad.
pajama
I'm
pants?
so glad to be doing a remote with you today. By the way, I blew my crotch out in my pajama pants last night, so I'm fucked. Like, why would that doesn't come up in conversation? The only reason it came up, you lived with me, and this still happens. And the only reason you know about it is because she bought me new pajama pants and it came up. And now everybody knows.
Were these the ones you just showed?
No, the green ones were. But the jeans, like I said, the jeans aren't too bad.
This is the other pair.
You can see they're still holding. Those threads were holding on strong.
This is another crotch. This is not the entry of the waist.
No, it's just a crotch. Now, like I said, it's not as bad in the other pairs. Like those, I retired very shortly after that because I finally got new pajama pants.
These were probably one of the ones I was.
Oh, yeah.
This is what your current pajama pants look like.
Yeah, they get torn up like that. This is because they're a little long and then they don't roll up right. And so when I have to walk outside and take the trash out, I'm walking on cement. And so it just roughs up the bottoms.
I know how much you take the trash out.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me. So we got
Or anytime I go outside. I don't go outside with shoes on unless I'm going somewhere.
massive. So this is the thigh.
That's not as bad.
This is the thigh.
That's not as bad.
You're right.
Yeah.
The thigh and the hole's what it is.
Now the pants are the ones. Now you can see the stages of separation. So that's probably blown out.
So this is denim.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, clearly not as bad. It's not as bad, people.
It's just enough that I probably couldn't wear it to work.
Right. That's the circumference of the hole.
Yeah, but then on the other pair of denim, you can see how it just starts as this weird fraying. Like I don't know, It almost looks like I'm dragging my crotch across the cement. Like I'm dragging my like if you were to fall and scrape your knee with jeans on, how it kind of scuffs it like that.
Yeah.
It does that in the crotch, and I don't know how. Like it's that same kind of like I don't know. It just starts fraying and opening up, and it just separates. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring
At 12 ounces.
no,
6
not
inches,
him.
12 ounces.
No, I was going to talk about you
Oh.
some more.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Ferdinand.
No,
You
I
him in your
had.
hand.
Oh God, what did?
Sorry.
Oh, what was my name for you? I think it was just going to be Crotch Scruffer. Crotch Scuffer.
5'10", 200 pounds, crotch scuffer.
Well, I was going to say you like. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
It's ruined.
Well,
However, making his way to the CS podcast, weighing in at 12 ounces and 6 inches. 6 inches, 12 ounces. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ferdinand the Platypus. That's his platypus impression, and that was mine.
Yeah.
So,
Also got him in the mystery box.
yes, this little
Yeah.
fella is quite cool. So, he is, I don't know, dare I say he's a part of the cast.
Yeah.
He's going to hang out for a
Oh,
while.
absolutely.
We'll see. We'll see.
He
what
can either hang out on. Well, instead of hanging out on the table, what if you put him up there at All Might's feet? He'd probably be a little more visible up there, like right there. If he'll stay. Yeah,
There we go.
I think you. Yeah, you can see him.
Right. So
You'll catch glimpses of him.
You've got Ferdinand. You've got All Might, and you've got Baby Timmons. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't really have a. I don't know if we ever named him.
Little Baby Timmons.
Yeah,
Or her.
or her.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think we named it.
Well, and then we have. Did we
Oh,
name?
yeah.
Did we name our little orange dinosaur?
He may have been Timmy. We may have Timmy and Timmy.
Timmy T-Rex.
Timmy T-Rex, and that's Victor Velociraptor.
Victor.
Yeah, Victor.
Well, what is he? The big
he was
gummy.
Daniel Dino.
Daniel Dino, Victor, Timmy, Ferdinand, Baby Timmons, All Might, William, Mr. Timmons, and Don King.
Bat.
Don King.
Yeah, we have a
Bat.
whole cast,
And
Jacques is up here too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I feel bad opening it. I feel like it'll be a collector's item one day, maybe. What do I know? I'm just a possum.
I'm just a possum. For you,
I'm glad
right here,
somebody-
it's awesome.
I'm so thankful somebody gets that reference now.
Yes.
I use it way more than I should for people to just not understand. Is that the white cheddar? Oh, no. I thought it was the white cheddar cheese balls.
Would you like them?
I mean, I wouldn't hate them.
Okay, I'll get them for you. I'm over here chowing down.
No, it's all good.
I've not eaten but one real meal today.
Yeah.
Because I had my hands absolutely full with some paint.
That's right. You almost fell off a ladder.
Yeah. Got it done.
Yeah.
Customers are happy. They're going to have us back. They need
Good.
like 80% of their house painted.
I thought you were talking to me about, you said us and pointed to me, and I was like, what am I doing?
No, right. You're hired, by the
Yeah.
way. You didn't know that.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah, this was.
Oots.
Such a surprise.
Let's.
So let's talk about surprises. This was a surprise, the mystery box, right?
Absolutely.
And you were surprised with a little birthday gift I got you.
I was.
Late happy birthday to the one and only Trey Falco, ladies and
you.
gentlemen. It was his birthday last
It was
week.
2 days before Thanksgiving.
2 days before Thanksgiving. So late happy birthday, good sir.
Thank you.
And you got a late birthday gift from me.
I did.
Because I didn't know it was your birthday until the day before, because I wrote it down in my planner.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at my planner until the day before your birthday. And you got a gift.
I did.
And what was that gift?
It was a Funko Pop
Yes.
of Bakugo, or Kachan, whatever you want to call him.
To go with your Funko Pop collection of
Yeah,
My
or-
Hero Academia.
Or Lord Murder Explosion.
Lord Murder Explosion?
Oh, you haven't got there yet?
No.
Where they're like trying to pick their hero names?
Nope.
I could have sworn that was season 3.
Lord, maybe I haven't. I'm just forgetting it. Lord
It's-
Murder Explosion?
He's
How
like,
often does he get called that?
they're like trying to come up with like hero names, and like they go up to the front of the class and present it, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna be like Deku or something like that. Like they're really like nailing this down, and he's like, Lord Murder Explosion, and they're like, no. And it's just all just off the wall ridiculous names like that, like King Death something, like, you know, just Bakugo style. You know, it's not surprising. Anyways,
Oh my God.
what is it? The M&M?
There has never been a candy to resemble its flavor more than these M&Ms resemble a sugar cookie.
Oh,
Holy Santa Claus crap.
I'll let you know how these are once I get into them. You would think for perfectly pourable, endlessly cheesy, crunchy, munchy goodness known as Oots Pourables, they would have a slit in here for me to open it that would make it easier to pourable. And there is not.
Well, so your surprise was we added to your Funko Pop collection.
You did, yes. So I have a Deku Funko Pop, and I have an All Might Funko Pop.
And you have this giant All
yeah.
Might that keeps us safe.
So
while
my
we record.
smaller All Might is the Silver Age suit, where he's the red. And then, yeah, that's classic All Might up there.
Okay. Well,
And now I have Bakugo.
yes, you do. And I was so
thank
happy.
you.
You're welcome. I was so happy to do that.
It's so dope.
I loved it. Like getting your reaction.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I recorded.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How?
I just had it by my side and made
Oh.
sure I could see you.
I didn't even notice it.
I meant to tell you after I was done that I recorded you.
That's
but
funny. We'll drop it in here.
yeah. Yeah, this is his reaction. If we remember to get it over to post, well, he's going to write a note, so it'll be here. Enjoy. So, when it comes to surprises, there's another tiny one that's happening, and I will tell you about it now.
Okay.
Tomorrow, you and I are having a guy's day out.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing, but your wife told me.
Oh, because they're coming and doing wallpaper and stuff?
Oh, I don't know. No, I know they're coming over, but
Oh,
she
okay, I
just
just
said,
didn't know.
"What are you?" She asked me what I was doing Thursday, and she's like, "I think Trey could use just a dude's day and just do whatever." I don't know what we're doing. Absolutely.
We're pretty good.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, maybe it was to just for us to get out of their hair.
Probably.
Who knows? But regardless, we have a day.
Okay, well, we'll plan our date right here on the podcast.
Okay.
I like them, and Oots doesn't really disappoint that much, but like,
There's not
I
a
don't know.
ton to them.
no, it really, it honestly tastes a lot like the regular cheese balls.
I was going to say they look like snowballs, and they kind of remind me of just how bland a snowball is.
Yeah.
They're not bad, though.
No, they're good. And I like I said, Oots is one of my favorite like snack food brands.
Same.
I was gonna say potato chip brands, but those aren't potato chips. But yeah, so it's just a episode of celebrations.
It really is. And all the things. It's not going to be a boring one, that's for sure.
So happy Thanksgiving, happy birthday, happy anniversary to my show partner.
Oh. Right back at you.
It's been a wild year. Like, just all the from. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I mostly meant for the podcast. Hold on. I hope that picked up. It picked up really well in the unboxing video when you just crapped your pants.
It's been 1 year since the start of this, and farts are still funny.
No, but I mean, think about it. We started off and we were so this kind of ties into a lot that I
two
want to
kids
talk
in
about.
love.
Yeah,
I mean,
and we were
what?
just like, maybe we love each other enough. We should just do a podcast and talk about it. And then we didn't. We did a podcast, started talking about butts and farts. So, but no, we started off with our two little Yeti mics and had that dreadful echo that I still to this day don't know where it came from or how we could ever get rid of it.
And sometimes yours would do it and mine wouldn't. Sometimes mine would do it and yours
weird.
wouldn't.
Started off there and moved on to now we do skits and
Put out
unboxing videos
a few of 'em.
and we've done live streams and talking about getting back into doing live streams
Heavily.
just in the TikToks, the amount of content that we've created just over the past year is, I'm proud of it.
I am too.
Now we've taken a couple of hiatuses. We had a little hiatus there in the beginning, and then we just had this month hiatus that just got away from us.
Right. Well, the first hiatus was my crap happening,
but then there was where we were rolling and putting out a couple of episodes, and then
we had to take a couple. Well, there was a couple weeks where we just couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
Our old strategy was we always stayed 2 podcasts ahead, but we're doing things that are so, I don't want to say current.
No, but
it's tough to not stay relevant around the holidays. Like, we can't record a Halloween podcast
2 weeks in advance. It
Right.
just doesn't feel right.
So, I don't know.
I'm proud of the content that we have put out.
Right, and even though the viewer...
And it's been consistent, fairly consistent.
It's been, I think, very consistent.
Yeah.
Considering the growth or lack thereof, because we are not a niche.
No, we're not.
It's, like we've always said, our biggest weakness, but potentially could be our biggest strength in the future. To be a podcast of that style, I'm super proud of us. How many two different people can come together like we have and stay this consistent? It helps
and the bangers that we keep putting out as far as like the skits and stuff once we get into that, and then our whole whiteboard that we have of just content that you guys have no idea what's coming.
Man, there's a whole bank.
Oh, there really is, and I'm super excited, and it's stuff that we're slowly, as we're able to, like for instance, some stuff we could have put out another CS replay video, but instead we did Happy Franksgiving.
Right.
Because it was relevant and topical, and it was something new. And it was something that I think, as far as what we've done so far, one of our, I guess it pushed our creative envelope a little bit in the sense that it wasn't just me and you. There was, 6 or 8 of us involved in the making of that video? You know?
You and I.
Sorry.
I said something about my grandmother while you were gone, and I touched on me and you and I. And so I felt like to do this episode justice, I had to say something. I'm not that pretentious. My grandmother was.
Oh.
God rest her soul.
So what did I say?
Me and you.
As far as like, it wasn't just me and you. Yeah, it wasn't just I. No. It would. So the way I always broke it down, is if you cut out the excess. So how would you say it if you go, well, it wasn't just me? You wouldn't say it wasn't just I.
Okay.
So it wasn't just me and you.
You and my grandmother probably have gotten along.
Probably.
Yeah.
She's probably watching now. She's up on the roof. Get him. No, that's a callback. But
I think I mentioned my grandmother in that episode.
You did.
How about that?
Yeah.
Oh, Mommy Joe made it twice.
I feel like you've mentioned her another time at some point. I feel like she's come up at least. This will be the 3rd time.
Really?
I feel like I don't know. I know for a fact that episode, but I almost feel like there was another episode.
Wow.
But creatively, like, it really pushed that envelope for us in the sense that it wasn't just the 2 of us working on that. We had a whole cast that we had to work around schedules, and we had to figure out sound because, you know, we'd get ready to shoot. We'd be like, all right, 3, 2, 1, and then we go for action, and then people would be talking in the background,
or someone would start talking as soon as we started.
One. Yeah, as soon as we started. So working around, I mean, it's different challenges that we've had to overcome. So it's interesting to me the stuff that we've come up with, the challenges that we have faced. As far as like CS Replay was our first one, so
right.
You know, we just were like, all right, we're just gonna dress up and just say shit in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Then we slowly evolved to like Electric Death Elves had more of a plot. Spooky Dukes had more of a script. You know, like Death Elves was more of a plot. We went in and kind of freeballed a lot of that. Like we just were like, we had kind of an idea of what we would shoot for those scenes, but we freehanded but Spooky Dukes actually was more of a script. Like you wrote stuff out and was like, okay.
Yeah. I did for the first CS Replay because I remember having like both of us having to go on.
Yeah.
And I realized I really enjoyed that for CS Replay because, I mean, talk about speeding up a shoot.
Yeah.
And then for Spooky Dukes, I got even more specific.
Yeah.
And really wrote like
I forgot that you had a script for that first CS replay.
that was the first one I actually sat there and
Yeah.
and wrote it out, and then for the Spooky Dukes, I got even more detailed.
It's
and
funny
then,
this has turned into an anniversary episode. It's kind of neat.
I know. It's probably should have kicked it off that way.
Probably should have.
Or maybe we do a separate video thanking or talking about 1 year, and
absolutely.
I don't know, maybe a short little
Yeah.
video, a little micro video that we release.
Yeah, I'd
that's
be cool with
that's
that.
funny. So maybe a little editing.
Yeah.
If you're cool with it, and something. I don't know what that looks like.
I don't either,
But maybe we should. I don't know. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
How many podcasts that involve two people can say they made it a year and have been as consistent as
Maybe
us?
we build it up to this like, oh, happy anniversary. Like,
right.
Yeah.
It's our anniversary, and we make it a whole thing
Yeah.
like that. That would be good.
that'd be kind of funny.
It'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
So I don't know. It's fun. It's stuff that, and this ties into stuff that I told you I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Unus Annus because it's the anniversary of the channel's death.
Perfect segue.
And
Go ahead.
so it's funny talking about two different anniversaries there because Ethan and Mark, they both released separate videos on their channels as an anniversary video to Unus Annus. They walked up to they have this casket out in the woods. They had a casket made. It was split right down the middle, white on one side, black on the other. And yeah, you go to Ethan's channel and watch his memorial, and he walks up to it and he says his words and places a rose. And then you watch Mark's and he walks up to it separately.
And are
they're
they
not together.
serious?
Oh, absolutely. Deadly serious. Like it's like walking up to a grave. Like this is the death of this channel. Like, oh yeah, the whole it's
So there's no comedy about their words that they say. Oh wow.
No. And so Ethan talks about it, and it kind of hit me thinking about us and the channel. He talks about
Do you want to kill the channel?
no, I don't.
Thank God.
He talks about they created this content, and he's like, he's talking to their characters. So it's not just the death of Unus Annus as a channel, but the death of Unus and the death of Annus, which are the two characters. And so Ethan's talking, and he goes, people will watch the channel, and he goes, they'll see all this content. He goes, but what they don't see are the nights of you and I staying up and editing until 3:00 in the morning. They don't see the discussion that went on behind the scenes, putting all of those videos together, the outtakes and stuff of us joking around. And he goes, the thing I miss most is just spending every day with you, because they shot a video every day for a year.
Jeez.
One new video every day for a year.
Did they really?
And it was during 2020, during the pandemic. And they still did it.
I mean, I guess that was kind of perfect.
Yeah.
It was kind of perfect timing.
So that, not to get mushy here, but that really spoke to me. Like the people watching this podcast, the people watching our skits are not going to see that. They're not going to see us busting a gut over these edits and the weird, stupid little memes that we throw in the unboxing videos and all the outtakes that don't make it onto the camera, like the shame dance. That I genuinely don't know if that made it in the cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's something special. Like they'll never share that, and I think that's something that I appreciate the most about this podcast is the moments that we share together off camera that they don't get to see. And
I'm a big baby.
I know.
You need to stop. You need to stop, or you're going to get me.
So I wanted it's just perfect for the anniversary of this channel. And so diving a little more into that, I came off the heels of like Unus Annus's channel was deleted, like it was November 14th at 3:00 in the morning. And then seriously, it felt like maybe a week later you came up to me and was like, you were like, hey, so I want to do this podcast. Just the two of us sit down and we just hang out. And I was searching for something something just like that in that moment. Like I felt something so powerful and so strong with Unus Annus and the way it made me feel. I wanted to do something like that for others. I wanted to create some kind of content, and I was like, well, spook you. And then it was weird. It was like this weird timing that you were like, hey, let's do this podcast. And I was like, absolutely. And I saw the potential of a lot of that in this.
maybe you've mentioned like
I think I mentioned it in the first episode.
Unis Honest and how this is
Yeah.
perfect time, but you've never broke it down quite like that.
Yeah. And so
That's fascinating to hear.
so this is a very special kind of time of year for me right now with the anniversary of Unis Honest and that kind of weird loss. Like, I'm not going to lie, like I kind of grieved it in a way because it was just it touched me that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt such a special connection to that channel and the content they were creating.
Wow.
And then to go on and immediately, not even a month later,
yeah.
create our first podcast episode, and then to look at where we're at now and just the content that we've created and the work that we've put into it. And I don't know, I just wanted to touch on that and just how much this podcast means to me, not only like doing it with you, but also like the community aspect too. And I want to build that type of community. Like, they were Unis Honest was only around or alive for a year, but I mean, they built such a strong, tight-knit community, and I don't know, like, that's something that's just important to me. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, you did.
So happy anniversary.
Good Lord. I don't think I could follow that.
Yeah.
I could say a lot, but I wouldn't be able to get through it without cracking.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best right now to not, because that was just freaking precious. God, dude. That's incredible. Like, I didn't know
Yeah.
that it was like, I didn't know. It was like you grieved the death of that, and then you entered into this.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was quite that. Like, that's quite the transition. That's because I don't know. For me, during that time, things were still very unsure for me on what life was going to look like in a couple months. Little did I know I was going to be living with you at that time.
That kind of ties into it too. Like, I don't know. They spent a year together making videos every day. You've spent almost a year living here. Like, you know?
Right.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's all poetic in a weird way.
It really is.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is it was such a tough time for me,
Yeah.
and this will be a platform for me to talk about
Absolutely.
the tough stuff that I went through.
Yeah.
Which we're closing in.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're closing in on the day that I can openly, freely talk about whatever I
Yeah.
want to. I probably could now, but just to be safe,
Just to
I'm
be,
not.
yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah.
But this time last year, I was when you and I sat down and did the first episode,
Yeah.
it meant a lot to me on so many levels, because it was the first thing I did. So at this point last year, it had been months since I had like an ounce of happiness.
Yeah.
I mean, literally an ounce.
Yeah.
I was negative happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to call it sad or depressed or whatever,
Just
but
negative happy.
I mean, it was negative happy, and I mean, I might have laughed or been in an okay mood here and there, but overall, it was a big giant dark cloud.
Yeah.
And to take an inspiration from another podcast and go, I want to do that. I want to, and this is going to sound dramatic, but
Yeah.
I want to live again.
Yeah.
Because I felt so not alive. I want to live again. And what does that look like? Doing something new.
Yeah.
And I was like, I truly believed that if I was going to do this with anybody, and this anybody was going to stick with it, you were the only person who I had faith that would actually stick with this with me.
Yeah.
And I needed something. I needed a sure thing at that time in my life. And if I knew that you and I could get together once a week and do what we've done now for 34 episodes,
Yeah.
I knew that was going to start the process of rebuilding my life again. And when you agreed to it and we hit record, and literally within minutes we're crying laughing,
Yeah.
I knew I'd made the right decision to ask you. So, yeah, happy anniversary. I did
look where we are.
Did it as best as I could. I held off as long as I could. It might be time for the content creator. Let's talk about anything else.
Well,
Yum.
we're going to segue on into Dinosaur Dinner Theater.
Yeah, we are.
Because it wouldn't be the CS podcast if we didn't get real serious and then real stupid right after.
Right. Not
Real
that
silly.
Dinosaur Dinner Theater is stupid, but lighthearted.
Yeah, we get real silly.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little bit about Dinosaur Dinner Theater. I first found this channel, or this creator, I should say, on TikTok. They're sitting at 80,000 followers on TikTok, which I think is a crime, an absolute crime. All the videos that I've seen so far have been just incredible. So it's just the Tupper tip gets me.
Tupper tip.
So it starts off. All of the videos start off super serious. Like if you were to just be scrolling through your For You page and one of these videos comes up, you would genuinely think it's just like an ad or an infomercial from like the 1950s.
Yeah.
He always starts off with like just. I mean, it seems like a legit thing. Like, oh, well, here they're making the Tupperware, and this is how it's made. And it progressively, and slowly but surely gets more and more goofy to where he's talking about, I forget what he called, like Margaret. He's like, well, Margaret, when she pulls it off this dirty Tupperware machine, she goes,
this machine that's just filthy.
Yeah, this
or
filthy
something
machine. He says, now it's time to snip off the Tupper tip. Because it like
at the bottom of Tupperware, there's a circle and then there's a little plastic pokey thingy.
Well, apparently there's a stem that comes up off of that, I guess, in the manufacturing process, and they snip it off.
Right.
And so he calls it the Tupper tip. And then he goes, now he looks just like his father.
Yeah.
And it's all that. Like, it ropes you in with like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, this is how ads were back. That's probably not right. He's like, well, James here is drawing a picture of a fluffy cat with a bottle
in a wagon.
Or in a wagon. He goes, but it actually looks more like a Tupperware container or a bowl.
Yeah.
Which sucks for James, but is very great for the Tupperware company.
Right.
And I'm not doing this any justice. Like, you just need to go look at these videos.
Go check him out.
Hilarious.
It's a different type of comedy.
It is.
And it's so unique.
It's such... I feel like it's very underappreciated.
Oh, totally.
And
I think you gotta have intelligence to appreciate it.
Well, and I
so
think
if you don't find it funny, what's that say about you?
You dingus.
You bunch of think for yourselfers.
But I think part of the problem may be you almost have to have an interest in it too, because he does start off serious. Mm-hmm. Like, it just seems like an ad from the 50s, and if that's something that's not your thing, you're probably going to scroll right past it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You won't actually be able to appreciate the comedy because you'll never make it.
Correct.
Which, like I said, that might be why he doesn't have as many followers as he should, because people don't make it far enough in the video to really appreciate the comedy.
Yeah.
He's still getting a lot of views from what I've seen, like looking at his videos and stuff, like the likes and stuff. But anyways, you can also find Dinosaur Dinner Theater, all one word, and it's theater it ends in R-E, not E-R. You can find him on...
Trey.
Yeah, Trey. You can find him on Instagram under that same name, sitting at 756 followers on Instagram. Should have more there, too.
Go follow him. Get him to 1,000.
Yes, absolutely. Go check him out. Go laugh.
Yeah.
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's all I've got. I mean, it's one of those...
You
I can tell you about it
yourself.
all I want, but I'm just not going to do enough justice.
Righto.
And I'll leave on this, like, the quality of his voice is just incredible. I mean, it sounds... I don't know what kind of processing he puts it through and what kind of editing he does on the back end with his mic, but I mean, it sounds straight out of... If you're just scrolling through and not paying attention, you wouldn't be able to tell it's not from the 50s. Like, it's so... The quality is so good, too.
Right. Yeah, it's top-notch stuff. I dig the quality.
Yeah.
And the just that creative process.
So, yeah, now what are we going to talk about?
I don't know. We got to answer the door first.
We do. Hello? Yes?
Kobe said...
What?
Kobe said taco chocolate dress for Goku.
Let me go see. Make sure she's okay. I'll be right back.
William! Where'd you go? Hi. You pee? Okay, I'll change.
So it's also interesting to see... Well, we're by ourselves again, just you and I. William fell. So like I said the first time he was gone, how he yells at me, you got a glimpse of how he yells at William. I mean, I think that pretty much speaks for itself. If him and I ever break up and, we both have to get lawyers and custody over William, I mean, it's pretty clear who the better parent is. I'm just saying. The whale fell and he yelled. So that's why I'm so appreciative of Trey.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You were probably talking mad crap, and I wouldn't even know it until I got in the editing booth.
Oh, no.
No, I know you're not.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, it's not his fault. He doesn't.
Nah, he doesn't have legs.
He doesn't have legs.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
If Curtis would stand up straight. And think of the cast of characters that we have now, by the way. Just thinking about it, we started off
with digital
just-
digital cast.
Yeah.
What came first, Fred or Robert?
I think they came at the same time.
So,
No, legitimately, I think they did.
it was
because it was like right after episode 2. Or
well. I
episode
imagine
3.
Robert the hairy butt would have came first because our intro happened.
Yeah, but I created the intro after the Fred the Bread episode.
Ooh, that's true.
So I think I
Technically.
added. Technically, I think Robert came first, and then you were like, "Well, what about Fred?" And then Fred came.
We said something about Fred picking up
Fred,
bread.
the bread, and I snuck that in there. So
Hey,
yeah, hey,
the infamous.
hey, kind of at the same time.
We're almost at a year for that too. Like we're getting close.
Yeah, it's wild. But now, I mean, look at this zany cast of characters just all around us.
It is quite hilarious. So, I mean, I think our four like rock stars.
Yeah.
You've got Robert.
Yep.
Who looks like a nutsack.
Yeah, everybody thinks he's a ball sack. He's not. He's a butt.
He's a butt. And a fleet of Freds. That's
Yeah.
Fred the Bread. And then you've got Mr. Timmons and William.
Yep.
I mean, they've just
Kind of taken on a life of their own in a weird way.
Yeah, and kind of I don't know, in the background is the coctopus.
Yeah.
So technically, really, if we're
the coctopus was the OG.
octopus could be the OG.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Then you've got All Might, who is here.
Yeah.
He watches over us.
Just added Ferdinand.
Cole Spruce.
Yeah, Cole Spruce.
I feel like Cole Spruce, whenever Christmas is done, needs to, I don't know, either be here over on the fireplace or
him up there.
behind you or
Hey, you
behind
can go behind me. I don't care.
behind All Might, something. It could look like All Might's in a forest.
So if you've made it this far, you've never seen an episode, you've just now been introduced to our entire cast of characters,
Right.
for the most part. So comment down below and let us know which one's your favorite. They never talk or really do anything, but I don't know. Like I feel a connection to them in this weird way. Like they are a part of the show, even though they just kind of chill there.
That's true.
I don't know. I'd love to see you guys in the comments making up weird, kooky stories about like, I don't know, these weird backstories for William. Like, you know what I mean? Like give them life.
Give them life.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Timmons does. I mean, he's my riding partner.
buddy. Yeah.
And him and I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
And he's Ayla's buddy now.
Yeah.
My little girl. She's quite a Mr. Timmons fan.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've all got a whale of a tale.
Yeah. And while you're down there, like this video, subscribe. Sorry, that was coming up and I couldn't stop it. Head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Let people know how much you love us. Get the word out that we're here on the interwebs doing this little podcast and hanging out with you.
Yeah.
And head on over to Spotify. You can follow us there and listen along there. And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Official CS Pod.
And if you want to leave us a negative review,
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
you can.
I don't give a
but
heck.
we will give you some instructions after that. We'll tell you to take that negative review,
Yeah.
shove it up your rear end. We'll shove feathers up ours. That way we can all be tickled.
I love your dad.
Me too. Oh, poor Dad. Him and I went to work this morning.
Yeah.
Got a job, and within 2 hours, he's just had bad stomach problems.
Yeah, I think
And-
it's going around.
Well, my dad got rid of it a week ago, and then he turned around and got it again. So it's been going around a couple times, and my dad's... He's just been on
Your
the...
dad's just been around.
Yeah. He this morning, bless his heart, we were working and he was like cutting in a wall with his paintbrush, and he had to stop. Every 5 seconds I'd hear, I tell you what. I tell you what. God, dog. And then I gotta sit down. I said, well, Dad, go outside and get some air. It's nice and cool out there.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Go outside. And then I'm upstairs. We were painting this big bonus room and this giant stairwell. And I hear him down. He comes back in. He's gone for 20 minutes. He's trying to get unnauseous. He said he woke up throwing up.
Yeah.
And I hear him talking to the homeowner. My dad's got like one of 5 stories he tells homeowners.
Yeah.
That he'll just stop them in their tracks or something, and he just tells them. And I hear the story about his 2 coonhounds that he had to give up, and it's a sad story. And I'm like,
I remember. I think he told me this story.
I'm sure he did. He tells everybody, and I'm like, why is he telling this homeowner this sad dog story?
Yeah.
And anyways, he comes upstairs and he goes, he's like, I gotta lay down. He's like, even if I left right now and went home, he ended up having to go home because he felt too bad. He was like, even if I got in the truck right now, I feel like I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got to lay down. And then there's a couch that was pulled away from the wall so that we could paint. Now keep in mind, I forgot about this. It's a clean house.
Yeah.
It's a nice big house in a nice neighborhood, and it's clean.
Yeah.
There's nothing dirty about this house. And my dad, he goes to lay down. I see him laying down behind the couch.
Yeah.
Like I see him crouching down, and I just hear him mumble before he gets on the floor. You hear him go, nasty ass floor. If you know my dad, it's so much funnier. But it's like he didn't need anybody to hear him.
Yeah.
He just felt like he needed to say it out loud before he laid down. He's over here in paint clothes on this clean floor, and he goes to lay down. Nasty ass floor. He just needed something to gripe about.
So, in my notebook that I cannot find, I'm using a different notebook. I have goals written down.
Okay.
And I think I just added a new goal.
Okay.
I would love to get a soundboard of just your father. If you could just, when you're over there, just record snippets.
Here,
I would love to be able to just if I had a button that I could press, beep. I don't know, son. It's just a joke.
the stand
just to
board.
say it. Yeah, the stand board. I would love that more than anything.
Oh, we could make it happen.
That is a long-term goal that I would like to put in for the podcast.
Well, let's write it down, and I can work on it.
Because that would be... I need people to experience your father.
If they could,
It's a once-in-a-lifetime... Like, there's no other Stan Oglesby in the world.
He's got a twin brother named Steve, and that comes close, but it's
Yeah.
not. It is a different experience.
Stan board.
Oh, the stand board. But no, he. So it's my first time painting in this neighborhood, so I'm trying to make a good impression because there's community pools, there's community events. So I'm thinking this homeowner talks to others. There's leads to more business. Yeah, and like I said, they're going to have us back. We're going to paint 80% of that house.
Yeah.
It's good money in houses like that because there's a lot to paint. So I'm trying to really show out and be professional, and
Absolutely.
like I always am.
Yeah.
So my dad's like, all right, son, I got to go home. He goes, follow me out to my truck. Now there's some box that he had. He's like,
Yeah.
I'll just put it in your car. That way, if you need anything, supplies wise. So we're walking out. And as we're walking out of the garage, my dad stops in the front yard and starts throwing up.
And all it takes is that one little old lady walking her cat. Just coming up the street and seeing this man throwing up in the front yard.
Right.
And then when they're at that community pool event, he's like, oh yeah, I had these people paint my house. They did really great. You mean the one that threw up in your yard?
Yeah. Oh, I don't want them at my house.
Yeah. That's all it takes. Which, I mean, bless his heart. It's not like
Right.
he was sick,
Exactly.
But they don't know that. Maybe he was
He could have been hungover.
Yeah.
Or drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, they don't know.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock in the
That's
morning.
the first impression they get is your dad puking in the front yard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in the man of the house, he was he works from home.
Yeah.
And his back is up against a window that's to the front yard.
Yeah.
He's sitting at his dining table with his back up against the wall, and my dad is making these. He's not even really throwing up because he hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah.
But he is dry heaving and trying to throw up, and he's going. I'm like, it took everything in me to not go, Dad, can you do that quieter?
I just I'd see it if it was like a movie or something. It's just a shot of the homeowner, like the symmetrical shot, just him at the table, just, and then no sound, just you two walking out to your truck, and then your dad going, and then just in the background, this guy working on his computer, you just say.
Yes.
And then maybe it cuts back to outside and then back to inside with no sound with him just going.
And the windows open.
Yeah.
I'm fanning my dad with a Chinese.
Or maybe the owner, he's got his AirPods in. So
He
it's just
did the
like this
majority of the
classical
day.
music or something. Like he's just like. And your dad in the background.
If you're only listening and not watching,
Yeah.
Trey is making puking faces. Faces. Oh man.
That's how my. Do you do that? I oftentimes like find myself going to like. I'll be doing something and I'll go, man, if this was a movie right now, like this would be the shot. This would be the music playing up under it. I do that a lot.
I don't know that I love, like, I'll hear a song and go,
Yeah.
that would be great for a scene like this.
Yeah.
But I think when I do what you're talking about, I imagine just this scene and a little story to go with it.
Yeah.
And the shot and the angles.
Yeah.
But I don't think I put music with it.
Oh man, I
but
break
I'll-
it down like I'm like if I were to shoot this.
Yeah.
Like if I were to be the one to direct this and do it, like I can see it as straight on. It'd be at the end of the dining table, like, and it'd be this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You could probably shoot it with a telephoto lens so that it kind of compresses stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
Shoot it down this dining room, and the guy's perfectly in the middle typing away. And then you guys walking off in the background, you get just a certain ways away to where you're almost like over his right shoulder. And then your dad
right
just-
shoulder.
yeah.
I see it now too.
Your dad just absolutely just going ham, just
Well, I see,
and no sound.
and I see me fanning him off, and I'm like, I'm doing this, but you can't. All you can do is see me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, stop. stop. I'm looking at him.
And then it would cut back and you go, would you just stop? What if he hears you?
Well, it goes back to him.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to the zoomed out shot
Yeah.
right over his right shoulder, and then you see me slip in it.
Yeah,
and I fall.
I pictured one of you falling. Yeah.
Right. Well, I slip in his puke because I'm over him, like, stop,
Yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Well, then I stand up.
You start
and then
driving.
Well, and then I see that I'm covered in puke, and then you see me go,
Yeah.
like that, and I start puking, and my dad's like wiping his mouth. He goes to turn and walk, and he slips in my puke. and then the man comes outside, and he's like, gotta ask those guys if they wouldn't mind looking at another room to paint. And he walks outside, and we're both covered in puke. We're both we're taking turns. He goes, ugh. I go, ugh.
Anyways, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe he throws up. So fun fact about Mr. Jacobs, Jake Jacobs. You know he's really sensitive to that, right?
I think
Like sensitive
maybe
to
I
a point
knew
where
that.
like I could screw around with him and be like, and he'll start going like, like
Yeah.
it gets to him. So like somebody like Jake walking out and seeing that, he would absolutely just throw up.
God. Well, I thought of another scenario. He's in there, and he doesn't have AirPods in,
Yeah.
or earbuds, and he's sitting there, and it's really quiet, and you see my dad. I think I'm going to be sick, and you're outside, and it's, Dad, don't. He's right there. He might, and then it cuts to him, and you hear, and he just, I'm like. And then it cuts back to us. He's like, he can't hear me, son. The walls are insulated in these new houses.
Yeah.
Whoa! And the man's just sitting there like, oh, God.
What is happening? My next thought went.
It's not as funny as the first one.
My next trail of thought went to, you're like, I imagined a new scenario. My new scenario was, thank God he didn't have explosive diarrhea. And he's trying to get to his truck. And you see him running. And you get the guy like. It's just, it's this big buildup of your dad trying to run, and he can't help it, and he's got to go. So he goes to shit in the front yard. And it cuts back to the guy, and he's typing away, and it's just quiet. He's I can't even get it out because I can see it in my head. Dad, just, all you hear, you don't hear the fart, you don't hear anything. You just shit right up against the window. Splattered all across his back window. I'm talking like, well, they can't see the window, but like a window like that.
Yeah.
Just all across it. And maybe and you hear thunk, and he goes, and he kind of goes, he looks up, and he's like, huh.
And he just goes back and he goes, stupid birds.
Yeah, like, and it's just splattered across. Your dad just hunched over like, oh.
He never looks, and then we pack up, shenanigans happen. It's a whole video of us. Hilarity ensues, and then we get home. And we're like, well, we made it. No harm done to anything. And then it's him outside with his hand on his hip, drinking his coffee, looking at it, puzzled, going,
how to get it up on the second story?
That's some bird. Huh.
That's some bird.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's like, birds
funny.
flying into the window or something. Oh, man. It's funnier because I can see. It's funnier for me, I think, because I can see the house. I know where he's sitting. I know what the man looks
All
like.
I have is the window to go off of. The window in this dining room that I made up. And I hope you guys are following along.
I've got videos I can show you.
I hope that painted a picture for y'all, and you had just as much fun with that little ride as we did.
Oh, man.
Because that stuff happens in my head constantly.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's hard to shut off. Like I picture it as a movie scene. Like I'm thinking cuts. What am I going to cut away to? How am I going to do this?
Yeah. Well, so that's going to segue perfectly into one of my dad's stories.
Okay.
It's super short.
Okay.
This is told from the point of view of my mom.
Yeah. Okay.
This was when my mom and my dad were still together, and I was just a wee little lad. So, him and my Uncle Steve, his twin brother, were going to work one morning to paint, of course. 20 some odd years ago.
Yeah.
And my Uncle Steve picked him up. I might have told you this story, but it's been a while. If I have, I don't know. My Uncle Steve came to pick him up.
Doesn't sound familiar. So.
Pulls into the carport in his truck, and my mom hands my dad his lunchbox. He walks out the door, and my mom said she was standing at the back door. She's like, "Have a good day," and then she just hears my dad fart. It's like, brrr. And my dad had the door opened, and he shut the door back, and he looked at my Uncle Steve. He said, "Steve, I got to go back inside." And my Uncle Steve goes,
Sorry, I remember this now.
he goes, "What for? We got to go." My dad goes, "Well, I just shit myself." And then my mom said my Uncle Steve she said it was my Uncle Steve's reaction that killed her. Because she said both your dad and your uncle, neither one of them ever cracked a smile. This whole time.
Yeah.
My dad opened the door, shuts it. Well, I gotta go back inside. Why? I just shit myself. He goes to walk, and my Uncle Steve, his response to that was he kind of cocks his head to the side and goes, "Ah." Ah. You crapped yourself. Ah.
That's where Jim gets it from.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, Jim, I just shit myself.
Ah. Oh, man. So, I don't know.
God,
that was perfect to talk about that. And then I have
It segued really well.
really did.
That's all we talk about on the podcast is our feelings and poop.
And why turds are tapered.
Yeah. Yes. Why are turds tapered?
So your butthole doesn't slam shut.
I believe we have another visitor.
I think it's the same one.
Yes? Yeah?
Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us. That's a solid episode. What a roller coaster of an episode. I mean, we covered anniversary. We covered how Trey beats me when the cameras aren't rolling. We covered Unis Honest, the anniversary of the death, the anniversary of us. I already said anniversary.
What Phoenix is.
Dinosaur Dinner Theatre.
Yeah.
We covered a lot.
We did. That was a good episode.
And it's a return. So what a
It
great...
is the return of the CS podcast.
That's right. And boy, do we have skits galore planned for you guys for December. As long as we can pump them out. January.
And real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Ryan Mannion for all his help with. I mean, he helped with the Ghost Hunter video.
Was the ghost.
Did camera work for us. Helped with the whole Franksgiving skit.
Really did.
Yeah. As far as shooting, he was also in it.
Yeah.
He was the one with the dreads.
Yeah.
So shout out to him really quick. And shout out to him going forward because I'm sure he's going to help us. He's already got ideas in mind for the CS replay. Like just different
right.
stuff there. Willing to help us with whatever we need. So yeah, shout out to him real quick. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, so big shout out to Ryan Mannion and shout out to all the cast for
absolutely.
Franksgiving.
Yeah. Shane, you guys actually got to really see Shane.
Yeah.
I don't know if have we had him in another video?
We
did.
For the podcast, he sat back there. Other than that,
he hasn't actually been in a video. He helped us shoot the 4th of July video.
That's right.
Happy birthday, America.
That's right. And one of the videos that we're working on.
Yeah, which we need to get back into that.
Well, he was in a TikTok.
Oh,
He was in
that's
our
right.
big
Yeah.
TikTok.
He was the one that we tied to a chair.
and electrocuted or threatened to electrocute.
Yeah. So we have. I thought he was on camera at some point, but yeah, now he's on camera.
So Shane's girlfriend Amanda.
Yep.
Stella.
Mannion, yeah.
Stella made her CS debut.
Yeah, Stella, Quaid's wife.
Quaid made his CS return.
Yeah.
In a big way.
Had Marcus on there for one shot.
Right. Marcus, man of many words. But
yeah.
No, Quaid's, I don't know, dare I say, stealing the show
with
in Frank's giving.
God, that slap zoom when he comes in, the Frankfurters are done. Man, the slap zoom made it.
It really did. And we were talking about it before. I think at least once a week, if we're feeling froggy and bored, a couple times a week for live streams, because we have the evening. It's been so long that we've done a live stream. I forgot we're not limited to Saturdays and Sundays now.
Yeah.
Which Sundays was kind of our release. Like there was a strategy there.
There was a strategy there.
But I feel like maybe if we're not going to do it at all, doing it one day a week, anytime, is better than not doing it at all.
Absolutely.
And limiting ourselves to a pocket of 4 hours
Yeah.
in the evening, which is what we've done before.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm willing to do anything now.
Yeah.
So, let's live stream at least once a week.
So, look forward to that.
Yeah, we need to get our audio worked out with that.
Yeah, we do.
And how we're going to do that.
Yeah.
If we're on two separate computers. Your mic, fantastic mic for narrating.
Yeah, we need something closer to akin to one of these.
But when we hit live on the old stream, your mic tends to be a butthole.
Yeah, it just picks you up in the background.
Well, no, it's your audio.
Oh.
Your audio on your mic. Phenomenal.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when you listen to it, it's like your mic is a good mic.
Yeah,
it's got
could
great
be the box that it's going into. It's kind of finicky.
It's a great.
I mean, I've had it since I was 17, so I've had it 11 years now.
Oh,
yeah. I've had all that whole setup for about 11 years now.
Well, I mean, when you do narrations, it is spot on.
Yeah,
phenomenal. But when you watch back our live streams, it sounds like a totally different mic.
I don't know.
Like it sounds like, I don't know,
poopy.
It was really bad. I don't know if it's the settings in OBS. I know it's not the
quality.
I know it's not the quality of your mic.
Yeah,
but something's going on with that, and it's just, it does pick up my voice, which, I mean, of course it's going to.
Yeah,
I've got to figure that out. But I don't know. That's something I'm looking forward to, is getting the whole live stream rolling and
show
everything.
So here's to another many years of the CS podcast. 1 year in the books. It's weird to say that.
It really is.
I don't know.
I mean, we are 45 strong, and I'll give the illustration.
I was like, I thought you meant number of episodes. I was like, dude, this is 34.
Yeah, 45 subs strong.
I legitimately, you said 45, and I was like, where's he going with this?
And 45 subs strong, and I firmly believe in the illustration of, and a lot of people are going to say, wow, year 45.
Yeah.
Man, maybe you guys should hang it up or quit.
Yeah.
Iron is to still, persistence is, oh man.
No, I don't think that's it.
That's not it at all.
Persistence is to man as carbon is to steel.
How
do I know this? You taught me this.
I know. I good Lord. I think coming off of Bandcamp, iron sharpens iron as one man sharpens another. I'm thinking iron man, like Iron Man. But no, the illustration of how a water pump works.
Yeah.
That goes into the ground. You got to pump, and you might get a drop. You can't see how close the water is to absolutely gushing out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people would give up. It's like, oh, okay, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
I've been here pumping for 5 minutes, so I'm going to walk away.
Guys, just stick around. Wait till we start gushing out.
Wait till we start gushing.
Wait till we gush.
Wait till we gush into your living room. So we're going to keep on pumping.
Yeah. Just pump until our arms hurt.
That's right, or till something hurts.
Yeah.
Well, 1 year in the books. I'm having just as much fun right now with I had just as much fun on the first episode
Yeah.
as I am now with this setup, this better quality
Yeah.
audio, video, cast
Everything.
of characters.
Yeah.
Look at this evolution.
I know.
From
I know, it's
episode
wild.
1 in my former office to this.
Yeah. Our studio.
And all of this.
all of this.
And it's incredible.
Yeah.
With that, sir, thank you, and I love you.
I love you too.
With that being said, I've been the Scottish Hush Puppy, and I got another year of CS podcast to go shoot.
And until next year, until then, my ghastly gang, stay spooky.
Jordan Bell stirred. Jordan Bell stirred.
Create shit. Build anything. Make it real.
I've been getting dirty money, Jordan Bell third. Stacking penny stocks while I'm flipping these birds.